You have got to be kidding me. I just sat down. Alright, fine. I guess I'll put this away. I was just getting to the good part, too. Oh, by the way, don't see the movie, okay? It's garbage. Just read the book. Yeah. What do you mean, what's a movie? Oh, dear. What realm am I in? Oh, you don't know what realms are? What do you mean? Oh, okay. So I guess I'm in one of the more primitive realms that don't know about realms. All right. Just forget I said anything. Okay. Yeah. No. It's this is a book. I was just reading a book. You do know what a book is, right? Okay. Good. At least we're not in that primitive of one of the realms. All right. Well, you know what? I don't have it in me today. I don't want to go through the whole spiel. Can you let's just get to wishing, okay? Just tell me what you want and I'll do it and then I can get back to my book. What do you mean? What do I mean? You're the one that opened the jar, right? Well, then you get wishes. Go start wishing. Chop, chop. What do you want? What do you mean? Do you know what I am? Oh, you don't? Okay, so this must be one of the realms that... You're gonna make me do the whole thing, aren't you? Alright, fine. Have a seat. Have a seat. How does it even begin? I don't know. It's supposed to be all peppy, like, congratulations, mortal, you've discovered a Jinn. Okay, never mind. I don't want to do that. Just, here's the long and short of it. I am a Jinn. Some places call me a genie, but it's fine. I'm not bitter about it. I'm a Jinn. Basically, I'm in between sort of a spirit and a god, I suppose you could say. I have quite a lot more power than a spirit, but not quite as much as a god. Also, there are certainly different guidelines and limitations to my powers. We'll get to there, don't worry. But basically, I am powerful. I have my own type of magic and I can do almost anything with it. Now, unfortunately, mortals such as yourself really, really, really love power, especially such a open-ended, unlimited amount of power as the Jinn offer. So, in one of the realms, millennia ago now at this point, a few very smart and very magically gifted humans decided that they were going to devise a way to trap Jinn. So they did. They found a way to bind the spirit of a Jinn to an object, basically. Now, whether that be a lamp in lots of cases, or perhaps a bottle, or in your case, that awful, ugly black jar. Whatever the case may be, as long as it has a lid and can open and close, you can bind a Jinn to it. So now, I am trapped in that jar, and the only way that I get out of that jar is when a mortal such as you opens it. And then I pop out and I give you a cheery little speech, usually, and you get 3 wishes. Almost unlimited power. Now, like I said, there are a few little guidelines of things I can't do, but for the most part, you can have anything that you want. And then once you finish your 3rd wish, I go boop, back into the jar. And that's how it goes for eternity. So, let's get wishing, okay? Come on. I want to get back to my book. What do you mean, what? Well, no, there's not really anything I can do about it. There are 2 different ways that a Jinn can be set free, I suppose. One of them is very simple, also very, very rare. It's when our master, such as yourself, decides to use one of their wishes to set us free. You can guess how often that happens. Not very often. There was about a century or so back, a millennia ago or so, where I tried to appeal to the goodness in the human or perhaps other species. Are you a human here? What? Doesn't really matter. When I tried to appeal to the goodness within my master to, use the first 2 wishes for themselves and then the third to set me free, seeing as they could wish for anything they wanted with the first 2, so it seemed like a fair trade, but obviously no one took me up on it. But whatever, it's fine. It is what it is. At least the inside of my jar, it's actually bigger on the inside. It's actually quite comfortable, so I just prefer to be left alone, really. Anyway, that's the first way that a Jinn can be set free. Now, the second way is slightly less wholesome and has definitely led to some not great reputations for Jinn in a few of the different realms. Because if my master were to perish from the point of opening my jar before they made their 3rd wish, then I would be set free. The bind would be broken. So, there are quite a few Jinn out there who like to use that to their advantage. And when their master makes their 1st wish or their 2nd wish, they will fulfill that wish because they have to. That's part of the binding. But they will do it in a way that twists it a bit, makes something a bit more dangerous happen. Sometimes just puts their master in an outright awful position. And in some cases, they end up perishing before they get to their 3rd wish. At any rate, it's usually misfortune enough that by the time we actually get to the end, oftentimes the master regrets having ever found the Jinn at all. It's this wonderful, tempting offer, and usually it doesn't go very well. So, all of that just seems like such a hassle to me, though, honestly. I'm trying to trick my way in and out of whatever. It's so much work. So, a while ago, I developed sort of a deal with my masters. So if you're interested, I suppose we can do this. You can have 2 of the wishes, and then you give me 1 wish to do something nice for my home, for that little jar. You can wish for maybe a new TV. I could use a new TV. My other one, I think it's from the 80s or something. It's quite old, and now there's all these like streaming services and things. It's wonderful. You have no idea what I'm talking about. It's fine. You can just say, I wish for the Jinn jar to have a new TV, and it'll work just fine. So, you give 1 wish for me, but you get 2 wishes, and I will not screw them up. I will give you exactly what you want, straightforward. So usually, you wish for one thing as a sign of good faith. I give it to you exactly as you want. You use your 2nd wish to give me a little something. And then, for your 3rd wish, I promise, on my honor, to not screw it up. It doesn't really do any good for me to screw up the 3rd wish because you've already made the 3rd wish, so I would still be bound either way. So, if you'd like that, we could do that way, and then you can actually get 2 wishes of whatever you want without any sort of miscommunications causing you trouble. Or I can just be awful to you. That's fine too. What do you mean you're going to wish me free? No one wishes their Jinn free. Really? You would just throw that away? Oh. You know, I've been lied to before. From mortals like you. I'll believe it when I see it, I suppose. But, if you say so, I guess we can do your 1st wish unhindered. Then we'll see what happens, eh? Yeah. Even if, you said that you were going to help me and then the 3rd wish you wish for something for yourself, I could still do a decent amount of damage with one wish, so I don't see the harm in it for me. Alright, anyway. So, let's get to wishing. What is it, mortal, that you desire? Anything in this whole realm, or in the other realms, although I guess since you don't know about them, never mind. Anything that you can think of, what is it that you desire? Oh, I suppose I should go over the guidelines. First of all, I cannot directly kill anyone. That's just sort of that's one of those things that separates a Jinn from a god. We can't actually kill anyone. Now, if what you really, really wanted was the death of somebody else, we could put them into a perilous position or something like that, where indirectly your wish would be the cause of their doom, and I suppose I've had to do that a few times. It's very unpleasant. I would prefer not to. I mean, the mortal just gets to go along with their lives, but I have to think about it for millennia, and I would really prefer not to. So I just usually say, like, please no killing. Okay, let's just not. Second, I cannot make anyone come back to life from the dead. That is not my domain. That doesn't happen in the mortal realms. That's in the astral realms, and the astral realms are governed by the astral goddess, and she is not too keen on you just going in and plucking one of her subjects back into the mortal realm. It's a big mess, really. It's quite the hassle, so I can't bring anyone back from the dead. And I also, unfortunately, cannot make anyone fall in love. That's another power that is hardly even governed by the gods, really. It's one of the most powerful forces in all of the realms, mortal and astral. It's something that cannot just be created by someone. Now, there are, again, certain ways around that. If you wished to be more attractive, more appealing physically, so that someone might be interested in you, we could do that. Although, frankly, I don't really think you need to do that. But if you wanted, we could do that. We could, make you better at a certain skill that would appeal to whoever it is you're trying to woo. Things like that. But I cannot just fabricate love. So, no death, no love, no undeath. I guess? Yeah, whatever. Besides that, anything that your heart desires can be yours. So, what is it? What is it that you seek, that you want more than anything else in this world? Peace. Don't we all? It's quite a noble wish, actually. Now, unfortunately, I can't just snap my fingers and make the entire realm peaceful. Unfortunately, you see, right up there with love is hate. So I can't just change the hearts of every single being in the realm to just bring about world peace. But I could bring about some peace for you. What is it exactly that you think would add to your peace in your life? Answers. Okay, that's a little vague, but I can work with that. Sure. So you are perhaps looking for clarity on certain decisions, certain troubles or woes. Perhaps your mind is feeling a bit clouded, makes it difficult to handle, to know what to do in certain situations, things like that. Okay. Yes, absolutely. There are a few things I could do for you for that, actually. Yeah, let's see. Let's get started. Just need a few different... There we are. Okay, that's a good start. That will at least get us going a little bit. So first up, something very special in here. Now, just even from glancing at you, I can tell that there's a bit of cloudiness muddling your aura right now. Whether that be stress, whether it be a conflict in your life, or perhaps this lack of clarity that you're experiencing, whatever it is, it has tarnished your aura a bit. So I'm going to make you a very special tea that will just help to sort of purge your aura a bit, get you feeling hopefully a bit more like yourself. Does that sound good? Wonderful. Why don't you start with just taking a few deep breaths, okay? Now, the tea that's in here, it's actually just a single flower that we will brew into a lovely tea. It's a flower called an aura orchid. An aura kid, if you like. No, that sounds horrible. Oh, that sounded better in my head, and then I said it. It was just awful. No, not an aura. An aura orchid. I apologize. That was terrible. An aura orchid that will brew a very special aura tea. What? No, it's not a tea that will help you see auras. It's a tea that will clear your aura. No, I wouldn't just give an untrained mortal a tea that can help you see auras. That could be very dangerous. No. Just a tea to help cleanse your aura. That's all. So, there you are, lovely. Here we are. Just one single flower. That's all we need. So, just put that in our teacup here. Some hot water. There. We will let that brew for a bit. So just one little flower sitting in there, and she will do her stuff. You can start drinking that in a bit. Now, I do notice a bit of negative energy in the room here too. Do you mind if we just take a moment to sort of clear all of that first? Okay, excellent. I do have my sage here. Do you have sage in this realm? Good. Okay, so you do know the cleansing, healing powers of sage. Excellent. I love burning sage. I do it for my clients quite a lot, actually, even if it's not strictly necessary. It's something that can help with a lot of different issues. Take away that negative energy. Provide clarity, alertness, perhaps. Just a sense of serenity. It's almost otherworldly. So, do you mind if I borrow your candle? Alright, excellent. Here we are. And then, oh! Here they are. Fascinating little invention by you lovely mortals. I know exactly what these are. These are midges. What do you mean they're not midges? These are you strike them and they make fire, right? Oh, they're called matches? Matches. Oh. I could have sworn that Naya had said they were called mitches. Oh well, I must be mistaken. Anyway, these help us light our candle, which will then help us light our sage. There we are. Just one of those. It's really a clever invention you mortals have come up with. Harnessing the power of fire. I suppose when you can't just make fire appear out of your fingertips, you do need something, don't you? All right. Set that aside. And now, we can light our sage a bit. Don't need much. Just enough to get a good smoke going. There we are. All right. We'll just clear the air a bit. Clear our space around you, around me. Although I think most of it is sort of focused around you. Get that nicely cleansed. There. You can already see that negative energy leaving. Excellent. Sage is quite powerful stuff. It really is. In almost all of the realms, they have discovered the power of sage, what it can do. Now we'll just set this aside. Let it keep burning and keep smoking over here. It will continue to cleanse our space for us as we go. Alright, shall we check on that tea of yours? I think that's looking pretty good. All right, take out that flower. Ooh, hot. There you are, my dear. And there you are, your aura cleansing tea. Just put that right in front of you here. You go ahead and drink that whenever you're ready, all right? Okay, so we have our sage cleansing our space. You have your aura cleansing tea. We're done with this for now. You mortals really are fascinating, the things that you invent. Okay. Now that you are a bit more at ease and our space is a bit more ready for us, let's get down to some energy healing, shall we? I think that would benefit you quite a lot. Now, when was it that you last had your chakras aligned? What do you mean, what are chakras? Oh, okay. We'll just go through a quick overview. Chakras are basically, they are points of energy within your body. Every single person has chakras, and there are 7 of them going from the top of your head to the base of your spine. Actually, it starts at the base of your spine and moves up. It's usually the way that we think about it. There are 3 chakras that deal with you and your relation to the physical world. And then there are 3 chakras that deal with the spiritual world. And then there's 1 chakra in the middle that sort of combines those 2, sort of connects them, works as that link between the spiritual and the physical. Because each of us have the physical form and a spiritual soul. So there is that harmony in the body. Now, each of these different points of energy deal with different types of energy. They help us do different things, but they can also be blocked by different types of negative energy. Things like fear, like hate, like worry. All of those things can block different chakras and can lead to all kinds of pain. So it's a good idea to take some time now and then to examine our energy and try to realign those chakras and those points of energy that have been blocked by negativity in our lives. You've never heard of that before? What realm is this? It must be one of the later ones. Oh well, I'll figure it out. Honestly, it doesn't really matter that much. Oh well. So, if you don't mind, I think I will just start with doing sort of a scan of you. See how your energy is doing, and then we can heal some of your chakras. Does that sound good? Okay. Now, we probably won't be able to get through all of them. Usually, you do one chakra per section, or per session. So, but we can do sort of an overview for you, and if there's one particular chakra that seems like it's more blocked than the others, then we can focus on that one, okay? I wouldn't want to do it all at once, especially if you've never had them aligned before. But we'll do what we can, okay? Okay, sounds good. Now, I'm just going to start with scanning your energy a bit. Or to use something in here to do it. Now, one thing that can be very helpful in healing your energies is the use of crystals. You may have that in this realm, you may not. They may be used in different ways, and that's perfectly fine. They have many different uses. Many different things that they can do. And one of them is helping to cleanse the energy within you. So, this one is a crystal particularly used for cleansing negative energy, bringing about clarity of mind and all those sorts of things. So I'm going to use this to examine you a bit, okay? This is called a smoky quartz point. So I'm just going to start. Okay. I think that collected some of that negativity that you were perhaps struggling with. Yes, I'm definitely going to need to cleanse that before I use it again. Not to worry, that's what it's for. Anyway, return that to its little home. Okay. So it looks like, to me anyway, a chakra that is, wait, have you ever had your third eye activated? No? Okay. No, I didn't think so. That is quite an in-depth process. It would be a bit of a challenge to just activate a third eye, especially someone who doesn't necessarily know about the balance of energy within the body. But there is another chakra that seems that it is quite blocked, and it could be causing you a lot of pain, a lot of difficulty in life. And that is your heart chakra, right here. Now the heart chakra, not surprisingly, deals with love, connection between people, affection, things like that. And it can be blocked by quite a few things. Things like depression, or being hurt by someone, fearing abandonment, fearing closeness and intimacy with other people because of past pain and things like that. It's understandable to feel that way, especially if you've been hurt before. But it can make finding that connection again rather difficult. And so it's a good idea to try to relieve some of that pain in your life. So, let's see which, okay, I think I need, there we are, this one. This one we'll use just to try to get some of your energy feeling a bit better, okay? Now this is a wand comprised of several different crystals. On this side we have an amethyst point. Now amethyst is excellent for calming the spirit. It's one of the best stones for just bringing about a sense of serenity. It's also tied to your third eye chakra, so it brings about mental clarity and awareness, things like that. So that's a lovely stone to have. And then on this side, another very popular one, this is clear quartz. Clear quartz is also excellent at cleansing, at bringing about mental clarity, mental freedom from things as well. And then wrapped around this wand is a combination of jade and citrine and aventurine stones. Now jade and aventurine are excellent at connecting to your heart chakra. In fact, the color of the heart chakra is green. And these sorts of stones, they resonate at a vibration that speaks to your heart in a special way. And then citrine is known for its healing powers. So combining the heart stones with the healing stones can help to heal your heart. If that makes sense. So we're going to use this a bit. I'm just going to focus the energy, if you don't mind, right here on your heart. Is that okay? Wonderful. We're just going to sort of work in a circular motion. Just focus the positive energy from these stones onto your heart to heal whatever wounds may reside there. Whether it's past pain, whether it's loneliness, depression, feeling like an outcast somewhere, whatever the case may be. This will be the first step in healing that. Now, as we're going, you may hear some sounds, some music in the background. Don't you worry about that. It's all just part of the process, part of the power of the crystal. It's all right. Now this process, it may feel a bit heavy, honestly, letting go of some of those difficult negative emotions. So if you need to, take a moment, take some deep breaths, and envision yourself breathing in the positive energies from these lovely crystals, and breathing out that pain, whatever it is that's weighing on your heart. Just let it go. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Remember to breathe in that positivity, the serenity, and the healing, and breathe out whatever it is that is causing your heart pain. Just breathe in the positive and breathe out that negative. Good. You're doing an excellent job. Now, since this is your first time ever getting your energy cleansed, honestly, I don't want to do too much. Wouldn't want to overwhelm you and have anything backfire or cause any sort of worry or pain to your system. So it is quite powerful stuff, dealing with crystals and the energy of the body. So we're not going to go too much longer, but time for another few deep breaths, if you would like. Okay, ready? Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. One last time. Breathe in and out. Excellent. Wonderful job. You did excellent for your first time. I hope that helps to bring about some more peace in your life. Some more clarity, some healing, whatever it is that you need. I hope that helps. Well, I think that should do it for your first wish. It's a bit of an extensive answer, I understand, but I like to be thorough, especially with mortals who agree to be, well, agreeable. So, what would you like for your second wish? What? You can have one more wish. You don't have to wish me free yet. So this is what it feels like. I've forgotten. It's been so long since I was my own master. That's such a weight lifted from me. I don't even know how to explain it. It's better than any sort of magic that I could ever create. Freedom. Wow. Thank you. Really, no. Thank you. Obviously, no one has ever chosen to do that before. There's something special. You know that? You are. Well, technically, I suppose I'm not bound to you anymore, but you just gave me the greatest gift that anyone could ever give me. So if you want another wish, I am at your disposal. Let's just say that. Anything that you need. You don't know. Really. There's nothing else in your life that would make things go a bit easier? Well, since your first wish was for peace, inner peace, perhaps with that lack of peace comes a lack of sleep, huh? Not being able to find peace in the stillness of the night and having your sleeping hours tormented by worry or anxiety or whatever the case may be. Is that so? Do you have a hard time sleeping? Okay. So why don't, for your last wish, why don't I grant you the gift of an uninterrupted, perfect night's sleep? Does that sound good? Excellent. Sounds good. That is easy enough for me to do. I just want you to focus on the sound of my voice, okay? You don't have to think too hard about the words that I'm saying if you find your mind drifting to other things. But if you catch your mind off thinking about something else, just gently bring it back to the sound of my voice, okay? You can close your eyes if you'd like, or you can watch my hands. Whatever it is that you're most comfortable with. Now, as you are gently listening to the sound of my voice, I want you to imagine that you are at the top of a very tall staircase. There are clouds around you, just a few sort of the periphery of your vision. But for the most part, all you see is this staircase. Then as you gaze down at the bottom of the staircase, the clouds part and you can see right after the last step of the staircase is a giant bed. And it looks so comfortable, soft, almost like it's made of clouds itself. Warm, cozy, perfect for a wonderful night's sleep. And you suddenly find that you want nothing more than to make it to that bed. And so, with the bed in your sight, you take the first step down from the top of the staircase. And as soon as you do, you start to feel a tiredness creep into just the very edges of your mind. Nothing too much yet, but you can definitely feel it. There's a tiredness coming. Not a bad tiredness, but just a peaceful, calm sense of rest that's coming for you. Then you take another step down, and that sense of sleepiness gets just a little bit stronger in your mind. Then you take another step down, and that sleepiness creeps from your mind into your body just a bit. Your limbs feel a little bit heavier, your eyes a little groggier. And then you take another step. Your mind and your body become even just that much more tired. And then you take another step down. And another step down. And another step closer and closer to your goal, to that cozy, perfect, comfy bed that's just calling to you now, ready for you to just give in to that tiredness. And you continue your walk down the stairs, and with every step further down, you feel a little more sleepy, a little more sleepy. Your limbs are just a little heavier, your mind just the tiniest bit fuzzier. And that bed is just that little bit closer, calling to you. Come and rest. 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 You're 3 steps now from the bottom of the stairs, from that wonderful soft bed. You take one more step. 2 steps away now. Your limbs are so heavy. You know you'll be able to make it to the bed, but you are so excited to rest your tired arms and legs and mind in that wonderful heavenly bed. One more step. You're now on the final step separating you from that wonderful heavenly bed. And then one final step. And with this step, you actually sort of fall into that soft, cozy bed. And it's just as soft, just as comforting, just as warm and perfect as you were imagining it. As your body sinks into the bed, the fluffiness seems to engulf you. Even if you wanted to move, you're not sure that you could, and you don't mind. It feels wonderful, warm, cozy, and safe. Perfectly safe, perfectly calming and serene and beautiful, and just for you. As you lay there for a few moments, your eyes just gently close. You don't remember exactly when that happened, but it's okay. You're ready to have the best night of sleep in your life. And when you wake up in the morning, you will feel so refreshed and ready to greet the next day, whatever it may bring. Pleasant dreams, mortal. I could never begin to thank you for what you've done for me. I only hope that my little gifts, my silly little magic, can bring you some peace, some rest in your mind. I hope we meet again.